Oh, sorry.
Okay, I'd be amazed if I was the first person on the internet to use that clip in regards to this death battle. Hello everyone, I'm your only mate, and it's time for another death battle! This time we have one that, I'm not gonna lie, is kind of giving me a bit of a nervous feeling in my gut. It's Weiss Schnee from RWBY versus Mitsuru, I forget how to pronounce her surname, I'm so sorry, from Persona 3. Now, as I should say in all the reaction videos, especially to anything that's on the Rooster website, please click the link in the description, go watch the actual episode itself. Okay, if you're watching the YouTube link, then like, subscribe, all that stuff, then come back to watch this video. If you're watching the Rooster link, watch everything that Rooster makes there first. Best way to support Rooster Death Battle, whatever. Anyway, if possible, sign for first membership if possible. I said if possible twice in the same sentence, what the fuck. Then come back to watch this video. Okay? Good. Support the official release. I messed it up a little, but whatever, I don't care. So, we have a RWBY character versus a character from a series that has not been featured on Death Battle before. I wonder what other matchup fits that description. I'm not going to get into that, but anyway. Alright, for those who are even just on my channel for the first time, if you look at my profile pic or just any of the stuff I do, then you should know I freaking love RWBY. So, I'm doing a little something else. Just like last time there was a RWBY character in Death Battle, I'm not going to be wearing this Death Battle shirt. Instead, I'll be wearing... I'm going full support for Weiss. So, yeah, I want Weiss to win. Will she? I don't know. Because, to be honest, I don't really know enough about Mitsuru, aside from the fact that her name is Mitsuru. I've heard she's immune to ice. She's from Persona 3. She's playable in cross-tag battle. And that's roughly it. The only Persona characters I really know anything about are the ones from Persona 4. So, like, Yuno Akami, Yosuke Hanamura, Chie Satonaka, Yukigawa Magi, Kanji Tatsumi, Risei... I forget Risei's second name, I'm sorry. Naoto Shirogane, and Teddy. Like, if it was any of them, I'd actually have more to say. But it's a character from a Persona game I'm not familiar with in the slightest, so I have no clue. So, that's pretty much all I can say. I don't know enough about Mitsuru to really, like, gauge who I think is going to win, or anything like that. I just know I want Weiss to win. Because, one, RWBY character, I like RWBY, but also, for something else, I'll go into that later. Like... depending, but anyway, I just refreshed the page, the episode's out, I'm gonna shut up, hit play, and hope for the best. Yes, the Death Battle game. See you at RTX, which I will be at, alongside Jedi Bender, Freelancer Amber, and Max a few traits.
They're as cold as ice. They're willing to sacrifice.
I love how that
Today,
opening
we're
of a
putting
band.
together two queens of ice born into powerful, if troubled, families.
Weiss
Yeah.
Schnee, heiress to the Schnee Dust Company and member of
Go
the
Weiss!
Team RWBY.
And Mitsuru Kirijo, heiress to the Kirijo group and member of the persona-wielding...
I'm sure you're cool as well,
He
Mitsuru.
swears an
Ha, see what I did there?
stick.
And it's our job to analyze their
The weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Okay, I've seen the preview on Death Battle Cast. Looks great.
Remnant is known for many things. The vicious creatures called Grimm, the hunters and huntresses committed to fighting them, and the Schnee family.
Yeah, they're kind of like
Who,
royalty,
aside from a
and
couple-
their princess is Weiss Schnee.
Not so
As the
great.
heiress to the family company, she grew up in a pretty cold home. Pun intended.
The Schnee
That's
family
right.
expected
Ice
a
Queen,
lot
Snow
from
Angel, and
It was
Princess.
considered essential that she live up to their highly influential name.
Too bad for them, she had her own plans.
Rejecting her father's
Because her dad is an arsehole.
Weiss left to attend Beacon
Who
Academy.
I'm kind
and
of
train
hoping
to
gets killed
become
off
a
one day.
huntress, literally putting the W in Team Ruby. Within just a year, Weiss established her own name for herself, saving the kingdom on more than
Super
one
quick and
occasion,
slicing
doing
robots
so with
apart.
her trusty blade, Myrtanaster.
And that's
Myrtanaster.
Merc Nasty here is a
Merc Nasty. I can never pronounce that, so
But guess what? It's also
good on
a
you,
gun.
Ben.
Instead of a plain old crossguard, it's got a 6-slot revolver-style chamber that Weiss fills with bullets.
Okay, I know
Rainbow.
Mitsuru is immune to ice, so that's not going to help. But she's vulnerable to fire, which Weiss has,
which she can fire to enhance her weapon and skills.
among other
Ironically, the Sheen
elements.
Dust Company is by far one of the largest producers and exporters of dust.
Wait. They sell dust? I got a ton of that shit covered in the bookshelf in my trailer. I can sell it.
That's
and finally
not
have
the
enough
same
money
thing.
to buy a second bookshelf. Just farm, here I come.
No, not that kind of dust. In the world of Remnant, dust is an energy source, often used to fuel vehicles, androids, and weapons. Wait, you have books?
It's used for a
When did
lot
I
of
say
stuff.
anything about books?
Well, long story short, there are 4 main types of dust: air, lightning, fire, and water.
That you can
Weiss
combine
likes
them to make
mix
other
water and
stuff.
air together for her favorite, ice dust.
And that is why they call you the Ice Queen.
I love how they're
She
using
can
that.
also attack with fire, launch a windstorm, block attacks with barriers, and many other techniques. Needless to say, Myrtanaster is a surprisingly versatile weapon.
Yeah, it really is.
Dust to boost her semblance, which is basically her X-Men superpower. Weiss gets hers from her family line and can do a bunch of
Yeah,
stuff.
hers
She can make
does a
glyphs
lot.
on surfaces or in the air, each with a different color denoting its ability. Black glyphs hold things in place, while white ones propel things forward. Also, by infusing glyphs with dust, she can manipulate their effects. For example, a touch of lightning
Yep,
dust
time
lets her
dilation.
time, dramatically increasing
Wait, that's done with
speed.
lightning dust? I never
Or
got
even
that.
better, she can use the glyphs to summon monsters to aid her in battle.
Ah, damn it, they're not
Beastmaster
mentioning
style,
it.
Like this crazy boar, a giant killer wasp, and the Armagigas.
Which literally translates to giant armor in Latin, so fitting.
Damn,
Yeah.
just imagine how great her family could be if they all didn't hate each other. Unlimited dust, giant bodyguards you can summon
And
anytime,
if
and they'd
Jox
never be
wasn't a
stuck
huge
with one
prick.
fear.
Unfortunately, the Schnee family does suffer from some rocky relationships, with the exception of Weiss and her older sister, Winter.
Wait, go back. Is her dad Colonel Sanders?
I guess there's a...
I never got
They
that.
have Schnee? No wonder they're so rich.
Where did you get that chicken?
What? You don't carry pocket chicken?
So, back on
No.
topic, Weiss has a very powerful and versatile ability, and like most semblances, it's powered by her aura.
Which is like an invisible shield around her body. She's basically unkillable while it's up.
Though the aura itself isn't indestructible,
Yeah.
it can be depleted after taking a lot of damage and needs time to restore itself. Without it, she cannot use her semblance, and she's much more vulnerable.
But that aura is pretty friggin' tough. It was just enough to take a full-on hit from a geyser of lava.
Lava can reach temperatures up to 1200 degrees Celsius, enough to melt iron. And during a food fight of all things, she was thrown into a pillar
Oh, yeah.
so hard it was obliterated.
Hey, Wiz, I've been in a few food fights in my time, and...
Yeah, Ruby food fights get crazy.
And that
Well,
one's
it's
tame
just
by
this one, but
comparison.
But
still.
greatest of all, with a combination of ice and her aura, she survived riding atop a speeding train crashing through concrete. By measuring the diameter of the resulting hole and applying the values of fragmentation, this means Weiss survived an impact equal to over 7 tons of TNT.
But it's
Okay, we
just
can apply that to the rest of
stuff.
Team Ruby,
Her
too.
glyphs are strong enough to catapult the Armagigas, and with her ice powers, she's knocked around a giant mech built for fighting Godzilla-sized Grim.
Compared to the height of her teammate nearby, it appears she created over 2,000 metric tons of ice.
Jesus.
Obviously, that much ice doesn't fit into 2 vials of dust. She's likely using the ocean as a base to exert fusion energy and vaporization energy on the nitrogen in the air, thereby freezing it like so. At most, this would require over 900 billion joules of energy,
Wow.
equivalent to detonating around 230 tons of TNT.
Fuck me!
No wonder she could push that big old robot around. Plus, Weiss can also move super quick, dodging missiles and even hitting bullets out of the air.
And with time dilation, she can stay nearly untouchable while taking
Yep,
out
she
her
can
opponents
boost up her
with a blink of
stats.
an eye.
Like that
The
old
manga
saying,
always great.
float like an
It's
inner
just-
tube on a lazy river and
So
steam
meteors
like
from outer
a
space.
fish in the morning.
Oh, these are.
Please go to a doctor.
Damn it.
Throughout her journey, Weiss
Don't
has
killing
overcome
gags.
all sorts of dangers, but her most difficult task may have been the moment her father cut her out of the family. leaving her financially broke and dismissed from her birthright.
Ah, boo-hoo, no more
Because
allowed.
Jux is an asshole.
Well, she's powered through and made a name for herself as a huntress. With the Ruby team at her back, I think she's found the family she truly belongs to.
Yeah, I like that. And they're ending it with the volumes. Okay.
I'm more than a name.
I like that ending. I like that ending to our analysis.
In the early 2000s, you'd be hard-pressed to find someone in Japan
Okay.
who didn't know of the
Now for the character I don't know.
global conglomerate involved in nearly every aspect of daily life.
Mitsuru,
And
your
the
last
heiress
name
to
sounds
this
like Kirito
impressive company
from
was a
SAO.
young girl named Mitsuru Kirijo.
But unknown to her, the family company was into some pretty sketchy stuff. Her grandpa started experimenting with some sort of mental world called the Mind Place.
Or more officially,
Is that the same place as a
collective
TV world?
unconscious, a realm connected to every living being's subconscious mind.
I assume it
Within
probably
the collective
is.
unconscious dwells shadows, fragments
Yeah,
of
it
human
is.
psyche which often appear as malevolent monsters.
They're basically...
Or as a teddy bear.
Kind of. However, there's another sort more directly integrated with
Ah,
the minds
Persona
of
4.
individual people, effectively becoming their shadow selves.
So, some of them are demons who want to kill you, and some of them are demons who are part of your brain.
Persona is
Close
weird.
enough.
Well, Gramps tried to get the shadows for himself, but as anyone who's tried to summon demons will tell you, don't do that. Trust me,
Why do people try this?
never works out.
Exactly.
It doesn't.
Chaos Incarnate erupted. The resulting explosion from his experiment released the shadows into reality to prey on an unsuspecting populace, and unveiled the Tartarus, a citadel between worlds. The Earth was drastically changed with a new dark hour, an extra hour of time occurring at midnight.
Most folks didn't notice, though.
Um.
The world basically freezes in time during the dark hour, including people.
What?
So nobody's got to pick up a new 25-hour clock, because when the hour runs up, everything continues like nothing happened. It's like getting an extra hour of secret sleep.
But some people are able to operate
Okay,
during this
then.
hour, including Mitsuru, which she decided to take full advantage of.
Yeah, she felt pretty guilty about her family basically ruining everything and sending hundreds of murder monsters into the world. So she swore to fix her grandpappy's mess.
And while she's certainly skilled with a rapier thanks to her time in fencing club, a single sword would never be enough to combat the hordes of shadows. Luckily, her first experience with the Dark Hour helped her out in this regard.
That's one way to put it. She and her dad were almost murdered by spooky shadows.
But this event also led to an awakening. With the threat of death itself mere seconds away, Mitsuru dug deep within and found a new weapon, her shadow self.
And that's how she became
I
a
think-
person user.
Persona.
Yeah, Persona.
That's what I said.
I think I prefer how
Thanks
it's
to
done
this
in Persona
fateful
4.
night, Mitsuru can summon a manifestation of her personality.
And from what I've heard of Persona 5, it's
this
just...
was Penthesilea, who would eventually evolve into her ultimate form, Artemisia.
Artie is the best non-imaginary friend you could ask for. She's got all sorts of powerful ice spells. She can heal Mitsuru's wounds. She can drain
That's what
someone's
concerns me.
energy and add it to Mitsuru's own. And she can blow people up with mega deal of, it's a big purple kaboom that ignores special defenses. Anyway,
Okay, I've heard people
and to
say
top it all
that
out,
should bypass
she
Weiss's
gets
aura.
Eyes whipped.
While Artemisia cannot
Little iffy on that
be
logic.
killed, she does
That's
have
just me.
her limits. When a persona is overtaxed or takes too much damage, it becomes broken and unusable for a short time.
And since Artemisia is
Okay.
technically part of Mitsuru's mind, when the persona gets hurt, so does she.
But this
Yeah,
reaction
I remember
also
that from
grants
the
Mitsuru
Persona
her
4
own
anime
set
when
of
Izanagi
powers.
got
She's
stabbed,
physically
but
superior to most
Narukami
others.
felt it.
She can also sense the locations of people and layouts of buildings through analytical clairvoyance. She's also immune to ice and the cold, so I'm
Yeah.
not really sure why she needs that giant fur coat.
Everyone needs a good fur coat.
Yeah, friends.
Come on.
I guess. It is a pretty nice coat. Anyway,
I'll give her that.
Mitsuru wasn't going into battle alone.
She's not having it in
She
the fight,
gathered
though.
a team of Persona users to form the Specialized Extracurricular Execution Squad, or SEAS, which is much easier to say. The team set out to explore Tartarus, combat the shadows, and put an end to the Dark Hour, while also scoring some extra credit because it was technically an after-school club.
Really?
Japanese schools are way more hardcore than ours.
And with a team at her back, Mitsuru needed a tool to reliably summon personas with.
Checks out.
And so came the Evoker, which might be a little disturbing to some people, so fair warning.
Yeah, it looks just
Yeah,
like a gun,
this
and
is-
that's kind of the point. The idea is to use the gun to create an extremely traumatic experience similar to how Mitsuru first evoked her own persona.
Specifically,
Okay.
this is accomplished by aiming the thing at your face and pulling the trigger.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what kind
that's...
of guns are supposed
I
to
prefer
Questionable
Persona 4's way,
concepts
just
aside, Mitsuru
crushing
and her
the
persona are an
card.
absolute terror on the battlefield.
Oh, God! Did she just cut off that thing's dick?
Yes, she did, Boomstick, and it was a goddamn
Oh.
cannon.
Oh, the horror, but
The
also
fuck?
cannon dick.
Mitsuru is quick enough to dodge gunfire. Heck, another Persona user is even fast enough to outrun a bullet fired by a Magnum.
Those usually have a muzzle velocity of over
Naruto?
360 meters per second.
And Personas can move even faster. Naoto's could react to and catch an arrow in milliseconds, and Mitsuru has defeated her in battle.
But hey, how about that time Mitsuru and her whole team survived an explosion that totally wrecked this whole bridge? Now, in my humble opinion, using
What the
their
fuck?
own handcrafted munitions measurement chart,
It's like,
I'd say
fuck.
this blast falls
Michael
somewhere
Bay,
in the
shit
range
with
of,
dead pillars,
oh,
that's what the
shit, we're dead.
Interesting, but let's use some real science.
Okay.
Is real science. I tested explosions and their real effects on real people, just like you would. I'm a real scientist now.
That's... Wait, real people? Boomstick?
Boomstick, get a safe house, because you're probably wanted for murder.
Hey, look, I got you that coat that you wanted.
Ooh, thank you. That's so soft.
So are the interns. But hey, Wiz, there's one more math thing you gotta do. By working with
Ignoring
another
that.
Persona user Yukari, Mitsuru helped freeze up this giant, creepy puppet monster.
Well, again, taking nitrogen into account as it comprises 70% of air's makeup, we can apply its required fusion energy and vaporization energy. To find this feat would need an energy output equal to 60 kilotons of TNT. Though this can't all be attributed to Mitsuru, as she did have help.
That's still a hell of a lot of ice. Mitsuru and Artemisia.
I kind of want to go back and re-listen to Weiss's just to make
And
sure.
even after successfully ending the Dark Hour and redeeming her family name, Mitsuru continued battling for people everywhere, one shadow at a time.
This appears to be just the beginning.
Pause. Okay, I really just don't know, and I paid attention to Weiss's analysis. They kind of took away some things that were giving me some hope for Weiss. One of them, I mean, technically she hasn't used it in the show, but I see, like, logically she should be able to, is summoning the apathy. Because she set them on fire, and, well, then again, it's not known if they did die. So, maybe that's a little iffy, but I just thought, just in case, maybe it'd be worth bringing up. And, the Meteor thing in the iBurn manga. Yeah, I read the black thing. It's not being regarded. To be fair, though, if it was, Weiss just wins, probably, I think. I don't know. I can't remember exactly, who did the better thing of creating ice. Let's see, speed. I think Weiss was faster from what they were saying because she was dodging missiles, and she can actually boost that stat. Whereas Mitsuru, I think they just said dodging bullets, and Weiss has done that too. I didn't hear a strength feat for Mitsuru, I think. They didn't give like a number for the thing Mitsuru did, so that worries me for durability wise. One thing that is making me think Weiss could win is the fact that Mitsuru feels any pain that's inflicted to her persona, whereas if Weiss's summons take hits, Weiss doesn't really feel anything. So I'm not sure. I want Weiss to win. I don't know if she will. And I know Mitsuru's like immune to ice, vulnerable to fire, and Weiss has plenty of other elements, but so does Mitsuru. And then there's that whole, like, big explosion thing that bypasses special defense. I'm still iffy on the whole that bypassing Weiss's aura. If that's what they go with, then alright then. But something I have heard from a friend of mine is that Weiss's summons, their hits can bypass aura. Although the only evidence for that was when Hazel got impaled by the Queen Lancer. So if we're using that logic, then shouldn't Weiss's summons all bypass special defense in Persona? I don't know. I'm just saying whatever. So, if I'm wrong, please don't get too mad. You know what? You know what? I'm wearing the shirt. I wanted to. I'm going for Weiss. Please win Weiss. And let's see what happens. Oh boy. And play. Alright, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities. It's time for a death battle! No build-up, just going right into it. So there wasn't something missing from the preview, which is kind of what I thought for some reason, but anyway. Fighting!
Such good form. You fight with a
I like the voice acting in this, by the way. And of course, Kara's Weiss, like, had to be done. There's no one else. And does nothing. I like that they have the sound effect of Persona where like something doesn't work right there.
fighting me with ice. Ironic and a waste of time. Artemisia!
Okay, some people were complaining about this scene. I'll talk about it afterwards. Ow. And burn, bitch! And here comes my favorite line from the preview. That's what it's like. I like Weiss's face during that too. Oh shit, go Weiss! Yeah, I don't think the Queen Lancer would do that much to it. Weiss! Ow. Oh, good use! And here's where things could get a little crazy. I have heard the knight is like comparable to the paladin mech. Oh no. Weiss! Oh! Good save though!
I have to admit, you fought valiantly. But now, you'll fall by my own hand! I
It's
can
not
do
over.
this on my own. Artemisia!
Oh boy. Oh! Oh no.
How strong are you?
Oh no.
Strong enough.
Oh, that still works. And she's healed. Fuck. Oh.
Well, Wiz, I'm glad we got these coats, cause that was cool.
Weiss was incredibly skilled. Her versatility certainly proved a challenge for Mitsuru, and she held a decent advantage in speed thanks to time dilation. Though to be fair, Mitsuru's analytical clairvoyance meant it would have been pretty difficult for Weiss to get the jump on her. Plus, Naona's persona had to move around Mach 7 to catch that arrow in such a short amount of time, so Artemisia must be capable of similar speeds.
Oh, I didn't get the
Down time seems like an
good
instant
speed there.
win move, doesn't it?
In some ways, yes, but we look for who can win the most matches overall, not just a couple times out of 1,000 possibilities thanks to one good move.
Yeah, even though Weiss had plenty of attack options, Mitsuru's defenses were just too strong. Like how she completely canceled Weiss's ice attacks.
This presented a
Yeah.
unique problem for Weiss, who has always been fairly reliant on ice techniques. She was forced to use dust, which she has less experience with.
Plus, Weiss and her summons have never dealt damage anywhere close to that "oh shit, we're dead" explosion that Mitsuru survived.
Unfortunately.
By taking the diameter of the blast here and comparing it to real-life nukes, then considering how far Mitsuru was from the center of it, she took a hit worth over 21 tons of TNT.
Okay.
Higher than Weiss's 7-ton train feat.
Frankly, Mitsuru's survivability and power output outclassed Weiss. Even if we cut her major ice feat in half since she was aided by Yukari, Mitsuru still output 130 times more energy than Weiss when she attacked that mech.
Oh, okay, that's what
Numbers
that
aren't
was.
everything, right?
Sure, there's always a new way to look at things. For instance, Weiss's arsenal was limited by her aura and dust supply, while Mitsuru had no such constraint on her own powers.
It takes a long time to restore aura, and remember, when a persona gets broken, it can just come back a few seconds later.
Which was
Oh, that's how long
extremely
it is?
useful, as Artemisia could heal Mitsuru at any time, undoing whatever progress Weiss had made.
Oh man, what an ice-cold move!
While Weiss's speed and versatility put up a good fight, Mitsuru's greater defense, raw power, and more reliable arsenal proved too much for the Huntress.
She had no chance.
The winner is Mitsuru Kirijo.
Hey, thanks for watching Death Battle. Don't go away just yet. We're about to announce the next fight.
And if you
Sorry
haven't
if
seen
I
the
seem
latest episode
salty.
of our podcast, the Death Battle Cast, you can click it right there.
Alright, what's next? Oh, Captain Falcon! Wait, is that... Oh, Johnny Cage! Again, sorry if I seem salty. Just a little disappointed. Because, you know, Ruby character, and... I really wanted Weiss to win for a particular person. Not gonna say who is. But... yeah. And, well, the one good upside to this, as much as it hurts to say, is, hey, saying they'll just make a Ruby character win because Rooster Teeth bias, yeah, well, this just happened, so, yeah. But then again, there's people saying, oh, they're just trying to cover the fact up. I know going into it, it was like a lose-lose situation, but I honestly kind of thought, like, I'll hope for the outcome that's more preferable to me. Yeah, I liked Weiss's analysis, and I'm gonna go back and re-listen to it because, like, for reasons. Like, the fight was good. Torian, you did a great job. Oh yeah, for those who weren't aware, Torian was back to anime for this, which I'm glad about. And Weiss, like, you know, in this engine, she looked great. And I don't really know much else I can say. And that's 2 death battles in a row that have left me kind of gutted. Well, at least the next time is characters I'm not that attached to. So yeah, Weiss analysis was good. Persona is weird. And from the sounds of things, I like how Persona 4 does, like, summoning personas and whatnot. The fight looked great. Voice acting was good. Sad that Weiss lost, but it makes sense. And I can understand, like, certain things not being brought up. Like, the meteor thing is, like, a non-canon gag. And the apathy, that's just kind of me assuming, well, she should be able to summon one, right? So, yeah, maybe she'll summon one in the actual show. I don't know if applying the apathy would change anything, though. That's about all I can really say for this fight right now. But if you'd like to hear me discuss it in maybe a bit more detail, myself, Jedi Bender, and Jaru should be recording a discussion about this. We're calling it Let's Discuss Death Battle. So for those of you who are a fan of the Nerdbender Death Battle discussions, I'm kind of bringing them back. But as their own separate thing, these aren't part of the Nerdbender podcast or that sort of stuff. Alright, the one thing that I will say in terms of Weiss losing, at least they didn't show like a mutilated or like horribly like mangled corpse at the end. So yeah, at least there's that. At least there's that. But hey, here's hoping, I don't know, maybe the next Death Battle involving a Ruby character and a character from a franchise that hasn't been in Death Battle yet will be one I've been asking for a long time. And, well, from what I hear, that character's series is in its endgame. So might be a good idea to do it. Not now, obviously, but at some point. And if you're watching, you know what it is. Anyway, I'm just gonna wrap this up before I start rambling even further. Thanks for watching, all that stuff. And here's whatever outro I didn't use last time. Bye.
Hello, loves. Tracer here. You've just watched a video by your only mate. Subscribe, like, comment, and check out his other stuff. Cheers, loves.